I want that. Then Kay said, now, what do you think we should do? Dad said to pick one. We cannot take home two. Then what do you know? We saw two other kinds. Now, how could Kay and I make up our minds? A pup and a kitten. They looked like good fun. Now, which would we pick? We could only pick one. Make up your mind. The cat or the dog, the kitten or the pup. Oh boy, it is something to make a mind up. Then I looked all around. I saw something with wings. I said, look at him. We can pick one that sings. But then, look over there, said my sister Kay. We can go home with a rabbit today. Then I looked at Kay. I said, what will we do? I like all the pets that I see. So do you. We have to pick one pet and pick it out soon. You know, Mother told us to be back by noon. And I could have done it. I could have, I bet. I could have said, what pet should we get? But you know what Kay did? Do you know what she did? She said, fish, 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 fish. It may be a fish is the pet that we wish. Then I saw a new kind, and they were good too. How could I pick one? Now what should we do? We can only pick one. That is what my dad said. But how could I make up that mind in my head? Make up your mind. Pick a pet fast. Pick one out soon. Mother and Dad said to be home by noon. The time may be now to make up my mind, but who knows what other good pets I might find. I might find a new one, a fast kind of thing, who would fly around my head in a ring on a string. Yes, that would be fun, but our house is so small, this thing on a string would bump into the wall. My mother, I know, would not like that at all. So, maybe some other good kind of pet, another kind maybe, is what we should get. We might find a new kind, a pet who is tall, a tall pet who fits in a space that is small. My mother might like this pet best of them all. If we had a big tent, then we would be able to take home a yent. Dad would like us to have a good yent, but how do I know he would pay for a tent? So, you see how it is when you pick out a pet? How can you make up your mind what to get? But what if we took one of each kind of pet? Then our house would be full of the pets we would get. No, Dad would be mad. We can only have one. If we do not choose, we will end up with none. I will do it right now. I will do it, I said. I will make up the mind that is up in my head. The dog, or the rabbit, the fish, or the cat. I picked out one fast, and that was that. Oh, and the end. What did we get? Do we know?
The dog.
We don't know. It's in the basket.
Cat. It's a cat in the hat.
It's a cat in the hat. All right. So, show me with your hands how many of you have a pet. Okay. And has anybody ever been to the? Has anybody ever brought their pet to the doctor? Yes. So, let me talk with you about what I get to do, okay? When you bring your pet to me, I get to check him over just like the doctor checks you over. So what are some of the things the doctor looks for on you? Yes.
To see if your leg are broken.
to see if your legs are working. Good job, Serena. Yep, to see if your body is working. All right, do they ever look in your eyes? Do they look in your ears? And do they listen to your heart? Yes, do you know I have to do that too. But when you go to the doctor and the doctor says, how are you feeling today? You guys usually get to tell them, oh, this hurts, or I'm doing this, right? Well, I don't get to ask the cats and dogs and the bunnies and the ferrets because they don't talk. So
you have to ask their parents.
You're right. I asked you guys, has anything been different? Anything going on? We're liking our treats? Are we eating our food? And then I've got to use my eyes, and I got to use my ears and my hands, and I got to look them over from their nose to their tail. Okay? And
what if they don't have a tail?
Well, then we stop right before that. So I use this. Have you seen one of these before?
Yeah.
So it goes in my ears, and I get to listen to a harp. Okay.
Can I give you to me?
We got a little bit of time. We'll see. And we get to talk to them. Well, I talk to the animals all the time, and they don't always talk back. But they show me things that are going on. Okay. And I see dogs that are bigger than me, and I see little teeny tiny little bunnies that are fitting my hand. Okay, I've seen both sides. I used to work on horses and cows. I've delivered babies.
Have you ever stepped in dog pee?
That's a big part of my day too. Is I get to deal with dog food. Yeah.
Have you stepped in pee?
So, but there's so many fun things to do that every single day I do something different.
What?
Do you know I don't go to work and do the same thing every day? Everything's just a little bit different. Sometimes I'll even do surgery on the animals, okay? If they come in not feeling good, then we give them medicine to make them feel better. And sometimes we have to give them some shots to keep them healthy. So there's a lot of fun things that we get to do as a veterinarian, okay? But there is something important I want you to know about too. I deal with a lot of animals, and it's very important that I'm able to watch them so that I can keep not only me, but everybody else in the room safe. Because what do animals have?
Teeth.
Yes. What do kids have?
Teeth.
And you know how sometimes animals bite? Well, sometimes kids bite? Well, we got to watch for that, okay? So if you're ever outside playing and a dog comes up to you, what do? You don't run, okay? I want you to be a tree. Stand very still and put your hands to your side, okay? Because if you do this and start running, a dog might chase you, and it might get your fingers, okay? So if you don't know what to do, if a dog you don't know comes up, you stand like a tree. So, I might regret this, but I want everybody to stand up as a tree. Arms to their side. Your tree is going to get eaten. Oh, good job, Randall. Yes, we stand as a tree. And what happens if you are playing and a dog comes and runs and gets you and you get really scared and you're standing in a tree and it's not leaving you alone? What do? You be a rock, okay? You get on the floor and you cover your face, okay? I love all these beautiful faces, and we're going to keep them safe. So we cover our face and we say, go home.
Go home. Go home.
Y'all are perfect at it. That is so good. All right, crisscross applesauce. Okay. So,
Yeah, you're good.
what is, okay, who has a dog? Oh my goodness. Who has 2 dogs? Who has 3 dogs? Oh my goodness. There's more dogs than people in your house.
Guess what? I got 10 dogs.
You got 10?
Wait, I got 100
Who
dogs.
has a cat?
Me.
Who has dogs and cats together?
I
Yes.
have 4 pets.
Good.
4 dogs and cats.
All right.
Two of them are different.
So, here, and then how many of you have bunnies? Somebody had bunnies. Yes. And we have hamsters and guinea pigs and And all we call those pocket pets. So when you get home, I want you to look over your animals, okay? I want you to give them an exam. 1 minute. I want you to look in their eyes and make sure their eyes are not red, okay? I want you to look in their ears, make sure there's no stinky smell coming out of their ears. I want you to give them a big belly rub and make sure there's nothing on their belly that shouldn't be there, okay? And then I want you to race them and make sure they're using all their legs and they can run.
Some of your dogs you can't look at them like a crab.
Like a crab.
I have two.
Okay, well you just let them be in their little cage and they'll be all right. But and look them over so that you can say that you gave them an exam today.
Or a hug.
Give them a hug. Lots of belly rubs. Lots of hugs. Oh yeah?
Mom said so. My dog's too lazy.
Your dog is lazy.
Okay, boys and girls, what do we tell Dr. Kemp?
Thank you.